For me, people ask me why do you do these things, but for me, in a way, it's a great achievement on the outer plane. But for me, it's more about getting to know myself better. And when you are in your comfort zone, then you don't need to bring forward your best capacities. So that self-transcendence on the physical plane kind of brings with the transcendence on the inner plane, that you're trying, to be the best person you can be. Well, it actually started with running, because running is such an integral part of Guru's path. So I remember, when I first started coming to the classes and they told us about running, then I went out and I ran for 5 minutes, and it was kind of a lot for me. But then, I started running 2 miles and half marathon. Then we started organizing races in Prague, 6-hour and 12-hour races. So I did that, 100K and 24 hours. So I was totally, immersed in the world of running. Then my friend, she asked Guru if she should swim the English Channel, and Guru said yes. But at some stage, she thought she wasn't ready for a solo, and I was supposed to be helping her on the boat. So she thought maybe we could do a relay. And then, I was the first one she asked, if I would join her, and I said, why not? So I think I took maybe 2 classes, freestyle. I mean, I did swim freestyle, but I couldn't do more than, half an hour or an hour, and it was the torture. So that helped. And I even remember, we came to Dover, which is where you start swimming from, maybe 3 weeks before our tide period. And I remember how the water was so cold. We couldn't last. You're supposed to last in for 2 hours if you're doing a relay. And we really had such a hard time. We were shivering like crazy. And I remember, when we were waiting for good weather, and I called home, the girls at home, and I said, if ever I have the idea to swim a solo, just remind me that I told you how cold it is. But then I guess, Sri Chinmoy wrote a song about swimming the English Channel, and also gave a talk. And in the talk he says that whoever swims the channel becomes an eternal friend of the channel. So I guess at that moment I was kind of hooked in. So then actually maybe 1 year after I did the relay, I decided to swim Zurich Lake without much training after a peace run in the US. And I did finish. It is 26K and channel is maybe 35K. So I thought, if I could finish this without much training, then if I train, then I should be able to swim the English Channel. So I booked for the next year. Together with meditation, which is, that's the important part. The swimming and running, that kind of comes like a great help with meditation and with everything that I do. But it's just, even for my solo swim, I was sick starting at not even hour 1. But I kind of, I never had any doubts, that I wouldn't be able to finish or that I should just get out of the water. And it was because of this inner peace and inner calm that you experience from meditation. So when I did my solo swim, it was basically, I was meditating for 16 years then. So usually people book maybe 2 or 3 years in advance, and they train really hard. So and they do other swims before. So I was kind of doing it the other way around. That the biggest swim I did as my first swim, but I had this great kind of inner training already. I had been doing it for 16 years then.